Good morning everyone. I am Krishnamurthy from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today we will discuss a subject called Introduction to Programming for the first semester students who are admitted under JNTU Kakinada. We will discuss fourth unit, pointers. What is the necessity for pointer? Why we are using pointer? We will discuss. If you take any programming language, we have n number of variables. What is the necessity for variables? The variables are used to store the values. We will perform operations on values through the variable names. But whenever we declare any variable, we not only store but it allocates some memory location. Somewhere in the memory, we are allocating a specified amount of memory size. Integer either 2 bytes or 4 bytes, character 1 bytes. It may change according to programming languages. But whenever we declare a variable, it is allocated some space in memory. The value will be stored there, but we never bothered about the memory location. We always bothered about the value. We perform all the operations on a value only. But in C programming language, we have a provision. By using a concept called pointer, we can able to store the memory address of any variables into pointer. Why it is required? Why we want to store the memory address? By using the memory address, we can able to indirectly perform any operations on the values which is stored in a pointer. By this, we can able to efficiently manage the memory. It helps to execute programs very faster if you access a value through pointers rather than directly accessing value in a variable. So how to define a pointer? A pointer is a variable that stores memory address of another variable. To better understand, we given an example. We have a variable integer number that is initialized with the value 10. Now we are having a pointer variable which stores the memory address of a variable number. So when you declare a variable number, it is initialized with the value 10. It also allocated some memory. For here example 0x1230, that is a location. Now we declare a pointer. What is the content of the pointer? It is a memory location which is assigned for a variable number. So for this example, the content of pointer is 0x1230, which is a memory location of variable 10. So from this, you can able to understand, if you want a memory location of a variable, we got to use ampersand. If you use ampersand, it will store the memory address of any variable. If you want the value which is stored in a pointer, then you got to use star ptr. So what is the name for these two operators, we will see. We can see an example for better understanding. So here we declare a variable, normal variable, integer a, its value equal to 10, we initialized. Next we are declaring a pointer variable and we are assigning the address of variable a. Now we are trying to print address and value of a pointers. Here first we are using format specifier %p. It is a format specifier for printing memory address. So we are printing p. What is p? P is a pointer which refers address of a. Next one, you want to print the value. So if you want value, you have to use star operator. So we used star operator. The next one, without using pointer but directly using a ampersand operator. Address of p is, whenever you want to print address, you have to use %p. Now here instead of giving p which have the address of a, I am directly giving address of a. You can see in the output both having same value. Address of a using a pointer, address of a using a ampersand operator. So both are same. Now how to declare a pointer variable? It is also a similar to how we declared variable. First we need to mention a data type. Next we have to mention variable name. For pointers, we have to use a special operator to indicate it is not a normal variable, it is a pointer variable. So integer star p, this star indicates it is a pointer variable. So when we declare any pointer variable, then we have to refer the address. When you remember, if you want to refer the address, we have to use ampersand operator. So ampersand is called address operator or address of operator, which returns the address of any variable. Next we have star, it is called a dereference operator, which gives the value which is stored in a pointer. So this is an example how it is performed, pointer is working. So for example, a programmer have to remember pointer can take any data type. Integer star p, it is an integer pointer. Float star q, it is a float pointer. Character star name, it is a character pointer. Whenever we are having a pointer of integer type, we must refer only integer variable. When we are using a float pointer, we have to refer only float variable memory location. Whenever we have character pointer, we have to refer only character variable only. We should not misplace these data type. The respective pointers must refer the respective variables only. If you don't refer, then it is a error in a program. So here, using the pointer, we can also change the value. That is one of the advantage. For example, here we are declaring a variable x and initializing the value 10. Later, we are declaring a pointer variable integer star ptr equal to address of x. Now, if I want to change the value of x, normally we do integer x equal to 20. But here, I am not directly accessing the value or variable x, but I want to change the value, I can do star ptr equal to 20. This star indicates it is a value. So whatever the pointer ptr pointer refers, go to that location and change the content of x, whatever the content, that into 20. So for example, it is given in the diagram. Before you are executing the variable pointer equal to 20, the content x variable, it is having a memory location 0x1000, it is having a content 10. So ptr is a pointer which refers to the location x. Now we are changing whatever the value which is referred by the ptr, change it into 20. So the location of ptr is 0x1000. Go to that location, that is here, and whatever the value available, now we are having a 10, change the 10 into 20. Now it is changed into 20. We never accessed anything directly, the content of x, but we changed only the content referred by pointer, that is x, and we changed it into 20. Using pointer, we can able to perform arithmetic operations. Not all the arithmetic operations are possible, but we have a few operations possible on pointer variables. What are the pointer variables available? We can able to increase, we can able to decrease, increment and decrement operations are possible. Addition or subtraction of a specified number is possible on a pointer variable. We can able to subtract two integers. We can able to compare two pointers. When you perform arithmetic operations on pointer, you have to remember the golden rule of pointer mechanism. What is that? When you add any value, suppose 1 or 2 to a pointer, it is not like a normal arithmetic operation. Here everything is based on a data type. If a pointer is integer, if you increase, then it is either incrementing by 2 or 4, because integer size is in some systems 2, in some systems 4. If you refer a float variable size is 4. If you increment any pointer, float pointer by 1, then it is meaning that we are increasing 4 bytes. Have an example here, have a look at this. First we are having a character pointer, character star c. So assume that the character c having a value, that is the content of pointer is 1000. In 1000 location, it may have some value, but here if you are incrementing a character pointer, what is the size of the character? It is 1 bytes. So from 1000 it will change into 1001. If you have an integer pointer, integer star I, suppose assume it is pointing to the location 1000. If you are incrementing a pointer, integer pointer variable, it will increase either by 2 bytes or 4 bytes. So as a result here, it is either 1002 or 1004. If you are referring to the double pointer and you are having initial address or content of the pointer, double pointer is 1000. When we are incrementing a double pointer, its content is not 1 byte, the size of the double is 8 bytes. So from 1000 it will move into 1008 location. So in memory we are having now referring to the 1000 location. When you perform increment operator or decrement operation, now here we are performing increment. So from 1000 it will go to the 1001 location and it will refer that location. We can able to perform various operations. So increment, decrement we will perform, and addition means any specific number. For example, here we have array. This array have 5 elements: 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. We are referring an array into a memory location, that is a pointer. Integer star b is a pointer which is referred to array. That means what is the base address of array? That is the whatever the location of 10. So we are assigning. So now this pointer will point to the variable, that is the content or memory location which is stored here, 10. So for example, here AR of 0, it will be storing the value 10. Now we are adding p equal to p plus 3. So already it is referring to the 0th location. If you add 3, ARR 1, ARR 2, ARR 3. So it will move the pointer into ARR 3. So what is the content here? 40. So if you increment by 3 value from current position, it will move to the 3 locations next and it will refer that location. That is the addition or subtraction of integers. Same way we did addition, you can able to perform subtraction also. The next one is subtracting 2 pointers. Not subtracting any specific value, we can subtract 2 pointers. So here you have to remember, if you are subtracting means it is not a value, we are referring only location. So for example, we have array. In this array we have 5 elements. The first location 10, second location 20, 30, 40, 50 respectively. We are having 2 pointers. The first pointer refers the location 1. That means it is pointing to the 20. The second pointer is referring to the location 4. That means it is 50. It is not mean that if you perform P2 minus P1, 50 minus 20, 30. No. It is not doing operations on value. It is doing operations on memory location. So what is the memory location for P2? That is the memory address of the variable 50. And what is the pointer 1? It is the memory address of 20. From these two values, how much distance is available, that will perform. So from the values 20 and 50, it will perform. So we are having 3 addresses, that is 20, 30, 20, 10. There are 3 addresses difference. So the answer is 3. So we conclude, what are the operations, arithmetic operations possible on a pointer? Either we can do increment or decrement. We can add any specific value n to the pointer. We can subtract any specific number from the pointer. We can able to compare or subtract 2 pointer. We can able to refer the value available on a pointer. We can able to change position, access any elements randomly. So far we seen there is a pointer. That pointer can refer address of another variable, but it is also possible that we can able to refer the address of a pointer variable also. That means double pointers. Here you are having a variable number, next we have a pointer. This pointer stores the memory address of number. Next we are having another pointer, double pointer. This double pointer will store address of pointer. A pointer that stores address of another pointer, that is called double pointer. Not only a variable, we can also refer arrays by using a pointer. Array memory can be accessed. It can able to store the address of array into a pointer. When we are using array, there is no need to mention ampersand because all are stored in a continuous memory locations. Once you mention array name, its base address will be allocated. So here we are having an example. An array is declared, integer array size is 3. We are having 3 elements 10, 20, 30. If you mention ARR, pointer equal to ARR, it is automatically understood and assigned whatever the base address of an array will be allocated to a pointer. So here we can see that one. So there is an example program how to modify elements using a pointer. So we declared an array. The array have 4 elements 2, 4, 6, 8. Now we are having a pointer star p. See, note the difference. Here we are not having any ampersand. We are having only array name. Star p equal to ARR. There is no any ampersand. Why? Because it is an array. Array is a collection of elements. So it is having a memory address. The base address of array is ARR of 0. So if you normally mention the array name, it will automatically refer the address. Next you want to modify. So here in this program we are going to add 5 to the content. Whatever content we have, in that we are going to add 5, default 5. So first what here doing, star p plus I. So why it is called p plus I? We are having here p means it is a pointer variable plus I. What is the I value here? Initially it is 0, that is the first element. Next 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 to 3, totally 4 elements. That is why here loop have 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 to 3, 4 elements. So each and every element that is referred by the pointer, we are adding 5. First 0th location, we are having the value 2. For 2, we will add 5, total 7. Next 4 plus 5, it is 9. Next 6 plus 5, 11. Next 8 plus 5, it is 13. Here we are only changing the value. For existing values, we are adding 5. Next we are having one more loop and we are printing all the array content. So here in this case the output is 2 plus 5, 7, 4 plus 5, 9, 6 plus 5, 11 and 8 plus 5, 30. We will see one more problem. Finding the maximum value in an array using pointer. We seen already this program without using pointer also, finding the biggest element. Now we will see with the pointer how it is done. So as usual, first declare an array, store the elements. Now we are having an array with 6 elements. Next we are declaring a pointer variable star p and array is referred. Next now I am assuming whatever the first element available in a array as a maximum element. So in this example the maximum element is 3. As of now the first value we are having, that is 3. So we are assuming max is 3. Next now already 0th element we assumed as a 3. So from the first element we want to process. From the first element to the last element we are going to compare, is there any maximum element available. So the first element, what is that? 9. So we are going to check whether 9 is greater than 3. If the condition is true, then we have to change max equal to whatever value you are checking. Now we checked 9. So we are changing the value 9 because 9 is greater than 3. Next we are checking 9 with 1. 9 is greater than 1 is greater than 9. 1 is not greater than 9, so condition wrong. Next 7 is greater than 9. No, condition wrong. Next we are checking 2 greater than 9. The condition wrong. Next is 7 greater than 8. Condition wrong. So So we are checking first 9 with 3. So we changed the value. Biggest is 9. Next we are checking whether 1 is greater than 9. The condition wrong. Next we checked with 7. 7 greater than 9. There also condition wrong. Next we checked 2. 2 is greater than 9. There also condition wrong. Next we checked 8 is greater than 9. There also condition wrong. All the elements are processed. So after processing all the elements, loop will stop. Now we are trying to print what is the maximum, whatever stored in the variable max. So what is stored in the max variable? In the max variable we stored 9. So we will print the output. The maximum is 9. So next we will see one more program. It is addition of all the variables in an array. So we are having an array. The array name is ARR. We are having the content 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Totally 5 elements. Now we are having a pointer star p and we are assigning the array. The pointer will refer to the array. Now we are having, so once you declare this array, what will happen? So array will be declared and memory address will be allocated. So we are having array. Here what are the elements we have? We have 3. Next we are having 6. Next we are having 9. Next we are having 12. Next we are having 15. So this is the location 0. This is the location 1. This is the location 2. This is the location 3. This is the location 4. Totally 5 elements. Now we are having a pointer variable. So this pointer variable name is p. This is referring the array p. Array name is ARR. So what is the address? It is the address of array in the 0th location. Now you are using the looping. Before that we are assigning sum of all the numbers. Initially it is 0. So in the very first time we are adding whatever the pointer is referring. At present it is 3. So 3 and sum. What is the sum? Sum is 0 plus what is the first value? That is 3. We are adding. So total 3. Next time we are adding this 3 with the next value, that is 6. So 3 plus 6, it is 9. Next time we are adding 9 plus 9. So what is 9 plus 9? That is equal to 18. Next time we will add 18 plus the next value is 12. 18 plus 12 equal to, what is 18 plus 12? It is 30. So next time we will add 30 plus the next value. The next value is 15. So if we add 15, total value 45. Now we added all the elements, so the loop will stop. After loop over, we are having printf statement. Print the sum. What is the value of sum? The value of sum is 45. That sum is printed. So why we are using pointer? So pointer will be used for efficient access, for faster access and efficient memory operations. For navigating in the arrays, we are referring to the 0th location, and from that if you increment or decrement, we can able to go from one place to the another place. That is a navigation. So navigating through arrays, it is very efficient one. And even for electronic departments, ECE, these pointers are used in embedded projects. Next we are having some different types of pointers. Mainly we have 4. There are many types, not only these 4. These four are important one: null pointer, void pointer, dangling pointer, and wild pointer. What is null pointer? When you are declaring any pointer, we are assigning some memory location. We are referring to some location using ampersand variable. If you don't refer any memory location, then we can assign or initialize with a star null. So that is called null pointer. Here integer star p, we are not assigning any location. We are referred null. So that is why it is called null pointer. It is useful to avoid any crashes. If you don't initialize with the null, it will point to some random location and sometimes it leads to unwanted damages. So in order to avoid such a crashes, normally programmer used to initialize with the null. It avoids any accidental memory leakages, accidental memory accesses. The next one type is void type. Void type is a special type of pointer which is used for referring any type of pointers. For example, if you declare an integer pointer, you must refer integer variable. If you have float pointer, we must refer only float variable. In order to avoid these mismatches, you can declare void pointer. This void pointer now can refer either integer or float or character or double. A void pointer can refer or store any type of variable's memory address. That is the specialty. Then third one is wild pointer. It is actually a dangerous one. What is wild pointer means? You are just creating a pointer and you are not initializing with anything. Either you have to initialize null or you have to initialize some variable's address. If you are not at all initialize anything, then it leads to problem. So this problem is called, this type of pointer is called wild pointer. A programmer should avoid like this uninitialized pointer. It is not recommended to use wild pointer. It is one of the problems when you are using a pointer in program. The last one type of pointer is dangling pointer. It is more dangerous than wild pointer. A wild pointer is a pointer not initialized any location. But what is dangling pointer? It will be initialized. We are initializing a pointer with some variable, but that variable is not at all available. It is referring to some location, but that location is never exist. Maybe earlier available, at the point when we are referring, it is not available. It may be released, memory released. It is not exist one. So that leads to a unwanted behaviors. It may crash sometimes. It will lead to memory leakages. So we have to avoid these two pointers, wild pointer and a dangling pointer in a program. And in C program, when you are using pointers, you should avoid such a things. What is that? You can't add two pointers. A pointer have memory location, but we are not doing any operation on a memory location. Using memory location, some values are stored, content are available. On the content only we can able to perform any operation. If you add two pointers, it means we are adding two location. By adding two location, we will not get any result. That is a unwanted one. So we got to avoid that. That is an illegal operation. And another one, we can able to only perform addition or subtraction only. You can't perform multiplication or division. You won't get any result. In the same way, the bitwise operations are not possible on pointers. It is not possible to shift, right shift or right shift. Even if you do any shift, you can't able to find any useful results. That is all illegals. As a summary, a pointer is a variable which stores memory address of another variables. We have two operators in pointer. One is ampersand, another one is star, address of operator and a dereference operator. Pointer able to perform arithmetic operations. We can able to increase or decrease. That means we can able to move or go back to the memory locations. In array, we can just give array name to the pointer. That is enough. And another one, a pointer can refer to the respective variables. If you have integer pointer, it must refer integer variable. float variable pointer must refer to float variable. Character pointer must refer to character variable only. If you are want to refer any data type, it is better to declare void pointer and you can refer any type of data. And there is a possibility a pointer can store not only variable, another pointer also it is possible to store. It is called double pointer. In the next unit we will see a function also can be used with the pointer. We will see. In C there are some common errors. You should not leave any pointer uninitialized. You should not refer any location that is not available, and you should not refer any wrong typecastings. Integer should not refer other types, character, double, float. A float should not refer integer, character, other types. So don't do any wrong castings. Thank you friends. If you like this video, like and share. We will meet you in another video.